2 months had passed since the divorce, and I was still trying to adjust to the silence of my empty house. The evenings felt longer and the mornings quieter than ever. I often found myself replaying memories of my marriage, trying to figure out where everything had gone wrong. I wasn't angry anymore, just exhausted and uncertain about what the future held. One rainy evening, as I sat with a cup of tea, there was a knock at my door. I wasn't expecting anyone, and visitors had become rare since the separation. When I opened it, I froze. Standing there was my ex-wife's younger sister. She looked nervous, clutching her umbrella, her eyes avoiding mine as though she wasn't sure if she should be there. "Can I come in?" she asked softly. I hesitated but stepped aside. It was strange to see her. Emma had always been polite to me during my marriage, but we were never close. The weight of our shared history, the broken marriage with her sister, hung heavy in the air as she sat down. She explained that she hadn't come to stir trouble. She said she had been struggling with guilt, knowing things about the marriage that I didn't. Stomach tightened and I braced myself for what she might reveal. Thought the divorce had already closed that chapter, but apparently there was more hidden beneath the surface. Emma admitted that my ex-wife had been unfaithful long before the separation. She had tried to warn her sister, telling her it was unfair to betray me, but her words had been ignored. Emma looked at me with regret, saying she felt it was wrong for me to continue living without the truth. Her voice trembled as she confessed everything, and I could see the burden it had placed on her. Hearing the details left me stunned. I had suspected lies, but I never had proof. But chosen to walk away peacefully, thinking the love had simply faded. Now, realized my trust had been broken long before the papers were signed. Anger swelled in my chest, not just at my ex-wife, but also at myself for never noticing. Emma reached across the table and said quietly, "You deserved better." I couldn't stay silent anymore. For the first time in months, I felt seen not as a failed husband, but as someone wronged. Her honesty brought a strange mix of pain and relief. Pain for the betrayal, relief for finally knowing the truth. The conversation stretched late into the night. She spoke about how my ex-wife had changed, becoming selfish and careless with the people who loved her. She admitted their relationship as sisters had suffered too. Emma seemed weighed down by the choices her sibling had made, almost as if she carried part of the blame. I thanked her for her courage. It wasn't easy to stand against family, and I could tell she had struggled before coming to me. She looked at me with sincerity, saying she wished I could finally move forward, free from the questions that haunted me. Her visit, though unexpected, felt like a turning point. But that night, when the door closed behind her, something inside me snapped. All the months of restraint, of trying to be the bigger person, suddenly felt like weakness. Couldn't stop picturing the lies, the nights my ex-wife had spent away, smirk on her face during our last argument. My hands trembled with rage. Thought I had buried. I decided I couldn't let it go. The next morning, drove to my ex-wife's house without a plan, just a burning need to confront her. Emma's words echoed in my head as I knocked on her door. When she opened it, the shock in her eyes was immediate. Tried to speak, but the fury in me drowned out everything. I shouted everything I'd learned, accusing her of every betrayal, every deception. Neighbors peeked through their windows as she tried to calm me down, but I didn't stop. I told her she had destroyed everything good in my life and that I would never forgive her. Called me pathetic, and something in me broke completely. In that moment, years of pain poured out of me as words, sharper than knives. I didn't touch her, but I destroyed her carefully crafted image in front of everyone, shouting about her affairs, her lies, her manipulation. By the time I left, she was in tears, her face pale, her reputation in pieces. But driving back home didn't feel like victory. It felt hollow, like burning down a house you once lived in. The anger had scorched everything, leaving only ashes. Texted me later saying she'd heard about the scene and was disappointed. I never replied. 2 months after my divorce, I thought I had been moving toward healing. Instead, I had torn open old wounds and set fire to what little dignity I had left. My ex-wife lost her mask, but I lost something too. The knock at the door had given me the truth, but it also dragged me into darkness I might never escape.